If there's anything you guys should know about me is how deep my love is from Mygm and Myleague mode. So much so that I base my entire YouTube channel, bro, around Mygm and Myleague content going back for years now. Since 2K had association mode, I have been doing this. Go through all of my videos. I made hundreds of videos, hundreds of Myleague, Mygm, association mode content. And I've been extremely happy, bro. Like I said a million times, Mygm, Myleague, that's one of the most underrated game modes that 2K has to offer. And the funny part about it is, this mode has a lot of potential. There's so much that if 2K actually put the time into this game mode, it would be amazing, even more amazing than it is right now. So with that being said, I've been sitting here like a sitting duck for weeks now, just waiting for 2K to drop some information, some updates when it comes to this game mode. Like I do every year, I sit down, I'm like, bro, what are they gonna do for Mygm and Myleague this year? And we are less than a week away from NBA 2K21. And we are not we haven't heard a single official update from 2K in regards to the game mode. Because if they didn't drop no updates on it, that means that there's not gonna be any improvements. But ladies and gentlemen, there is going to be a slight improvements to Myleague. A blog just dropped, well, not from 2K, but an article, I should say, not a blog. An article dropped from Brian from Forbes, and he has some more information in regards to Myleague, and we're going to be looking at that today, and also looking at the original article that everyone was looking at in terms of the update that he gave us in terms of Mygm and Myleague this year. But before I start, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Prince of YouTube, PS Compulsion, signing in here, aka Prince Anthony, aka that 25-year-old kid with the light squeaky voice. And from that depressed intro, you guys could tell that the news isn't really the best, but let's get into it. So if you guys don't know, yesterday 2K officially released information on my career. They dropped a trailer for that, and I think sometime last week as well, they dropped some information with my team. So they've been releasing information slowly for current gen, but with less than a week remaining, what about Mygm? What about Myleague? And my son Brian dropped an article from Forbes. Well, the article is on Forbes, I should say. And he dropped some information in regards to the game mode. So first, let's scroll down here, and Mygm, Myleague, let's read what he wrote in the article. He said, we didn't get any information on Mygm, which likely means it's been unchanged. 2K has implemented the new NBA calendar, which has been impacted by you know what. This was done to capture the reality of the current day NBA. And then look at this description: sit in the boss's chair and make decisions that matter not only to your player or team, but to the entire franchise and league. From drafting impact rookies to trading players to relocating your team, every move, big or small, counts towards the long-term success or failure of your basketball franchise. And ladies and gentlemen, has this not been the motto and the description for Mygm and Myleague for years now? Like, bro, that's insane. That's really crazy. He did put some information in terms of Myleague online that might have like slight improvements, but nobody really cares about Myleague online, to be totally honest with you guys. I mean, that mode has a lot of potential, and I did play one before, but well, I do play one every year. I just don't post anything about it. It's alright. There's a lot of improvements to be made, but who really cares about that? Like right now, we should be focusing on the offline, especially because the offline has so much more potential, and there's so much more things you're able to do offline than you are able to do online. But then, ladies and gentlemen, that brings me to our next article, which was released later that night. Yesterday night. It dropped last night. So going back to early yesterday when that first article was dropped by Brian, a lot of people went into a frenzy, including myself. They was like, bro, Myleague is gonna be dead because there's no updates, there's no changes, they didn't do anything. It's gonna be the same as NBA 2K20. So what's the point of getting NBA 2K21 for the current gen to play Myleague and Mygm if it's gonna be the same exact thing as NBA 2K20? I might as well just play NBA 2K20 at that point and keep doing rebuilds that way. But last night he dropped a new article titled NBA 2K21. 2K answers 4 crucial questions about Myleague, Mygm, and my team for current and next gen. which is pretty lit. So we have a little bit more information and time to find out what that information is. But it just started raining outside. It just started pouring, actually. That reminds me of scary movies. Whenever something bad is about to happen, bro, it normally starts raining. I'm about to give you guys some new updated info, and it just started raining. So that means the news might not be all that good, or you guys might not like it that much. But anyways, he said that earlier in the week, he had the opportunity to participate in a live stream Q&A with several members of NBA 2K's development team. And this was the question that he asked in terms of Mygm and Myleague. Well, basically from Myleague. The question right here is, what are some of the other additions to Myleague and roster creation? And 2K said this: this year's Myleague features plenty of new additions, okay, ranging from quality of life improvements to major new additions. Okay, so we actually got some updates and some minor improvements, or in their words, major new additions to Myleague mode. Let's see what they are. He said, well, 2K said, one of the most notable additions to the mode in NBA 2K21 is the boom bust progression system, where player progression is now dynamic. This ensures every session is unique, and it overall offers a more engaging Myleague experience. We're also making some changes based on community feedback, like the ability to customize current arenas versus having to create completely new ones. That's actually a pretty decent new feature. Okay, I like that one. That's a good minor improvement. I did make a ton of wishlist videos in terms of Mygm and Myleague before, stating that we need more customization when it comes to arenas, especially being able to customize current arenas, because we can't do that at all. Normally when you load into a random Myleague, let's say for the San Antonio Spurs, and you try to edit the arena, you got to start a new arena from scratch, and now you're able to customize it. So that's pretty dope. I like that new feature. Moving on, they said making original uniforms available after redesigning them. You guys know I love my team rebrands, so having the original uniforms after I redesigned the uniform, so now I have the redesigned uniforms and the original uniform. That's lit right there. Those are two minor improvements that are actually pretty good. In terms of the progression system, I don't know, I'm gonna have to see it to believe it, because they're making it seem like they made some massive overhaul to it, and it's probably gonna be the same thing, bro. In my opinion, they probably just messed around with the sliders a little bit, or gave us some new sliders or some BS. But in my opinion, I don't know about that one. We'll have to wait on that one. Also, they said WNBA fans will now be... Wait, what? Okay, they said WNBA fans will also be pleased to hear that we've added the edit player functionality. Listen, I'm not in school no more. Allowing fans to further create and customize their WNBA experience. I mean, does that now mean we're able to make a WNBA Myleague? Because from my knowledge, in NBA 2K20, you could only play like a season mode with them. Like, you couldn't load up a Myleague and start trading WNBA players and actually have a Myleague for WNBA. So are they saying that they're making that improvement to the season mode, or are they doing it for a Myleague now? You guys see where I'm coming from with this? I don't know. So Brian said the takeaways, the things mentioned here didn't appear in the initial write-up that was distributed on Friday. They're great additions that hardcore Myleague people would appreciate, of course. However, because there was no reference to the creator player and presentation elements in the answer, it seems safe to say that those improvements did make it into the current gen versions. Hopefully we'll see expansions on the concepts from next gen. And in terms of the article, that's all that we had. That was all the information and updates we had in terms of Myleague. And notice, this is for Myleague. They didn't even touch on Mygm. Now, I know a lot of the features that they have in Myleague, they also have in Mygm. So I expect to see some of these minor updates, such as being able to use the redesigned uniforms and the original uniforms, and the update to, you know, customizing current arenas. I assume that's going to be in Mygm as well, or Mygm 2.0 as well. But they did not mention anything. There is no news in relation to Mygm, which really sucks, bro, because as a hardcore MyGM fan, I really love that game mode, and I expected to see at least something in reference to it, like maybe a MyGM 3.0, maybe some updates from MyGM 2.0, because a lot of people didn't like it last year. In my opinion, I feel like it was a major improvement over the past years that we had. But for the past years, we had story modes in MyGM, a continuation of that story mode with Andrew Sanderson. We had MyGM 2.0 last year, and it just seems as though this year MyGM is pretty much going to be the same and not going to have any updates, which really sucks, but I don't know. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, leave a comment for me in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys thought about this update, because in my opinion, like I said, they mentioned everything about Myleague, but nobody, especially 2K themselves, they did not have any mention of anything MyGM related, meaning that MyGM 2.0 is probably going to stay the same as last year. And like I said, a lot of people didn't like it last year. I honestly thought it was one of the best game modes because they made it enjoyable, bro. Well, actually, they didn't make it enjoyable. I made it enjoyable. You guys know I make the most out of what I'm given. And in terms of putting out MyGM content, my Charlotte Hornets MyGM 2.0 series, in my opinion, was a success. A lot of people really love that series, and I made the most of it, bro. I really made the most of it. Hopefully, they do sprinkle in a few minor improvements for MyGM, although nothing in regards to it was mentioned, just like how they did with Myleague, because according to them, they have major additions to Myleague, but all I saw there was minor improvements. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, leave a comment in the comment section below. I'm a little bit disappointed right now, so I don't know what I'm gonna do, but hopefully, if the game mode stays the same, you guys wouldn't mind content from it, because of course I'm gonna still post content for MyGM 2.0 and Myleague for NBA 2K21, but I'm also gonna branch out and go back to making my career videos. Hopefully you guys watch it, but at this point I'm just gonna upload what I'm gonna upload, bro. Like, I really don't have a choice at this moment, and I enjoy playing my career, I really do, but you guys know how much I love MyGM and Myleague. I'm still gonna do it anyways and make the most of what's given, I guess. But anyways, I'm rambling at this point. Leave those comments in the comment section below, please. I love interacting with you guys. Comment. Also, leave a like on this video. Click one of the playlists on the screen if you haven't. Subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. This is the Prince of YouTube, signing out.